Welcome back, boys, to another episode of the 45 Defense Ironman series. As you will all be aware, we completed Song of the Elves in the last episode, and we will be doing kind of a little guide, but I mean, I'm no professional, I've only got a few kills, but a lot of people wanted to see just like some basic tips on how to complete the gauntlet. So this is what we're going to be doing. We're just going to be doing the irregular gauntlet for this episode. Because I haven't got to grips with the corrupted one yet. Like you can see my stats, I've only got 45 defense, and I haven't got the best defensive stats in the world, but they are far good enough to complete the gauntlet. So yeah, I'm going to keep it really simple because a lot of the guides seem to like really overcomplicate things, and I got to grips pretty easily with it, just learning by myself really. So the entrance, you just go in through the entrance, and you're going to be looking to create your own armor and your own weapon basically. So all we have to do here, right click and enter, and we're inside. So you get an axe, a pickaxe and a harpoon and a teleport crystal. The teleport crystal teleports you back to where you want it to start. You're also wielding a scepter, so you can light up these rooms and you can see what's inside. So all you want to do is you want to farm 3 items, so you get these from farming on the farming symbols. This is a plugin for RuneLite, and I'm just kind of showing you how you do it. The herbs obviously create the potions that you need for the final boss fight, and that is the boss in there. Make sure to keep your route going as well. You'll face a few monsters inside as well, but you want to get your weapon made before you get too excited. So 2 herbs, that is all we need there to make our potion. We've obviously done the 3 farming items, and we're basically just going to be trying to get 3 of each of everyone. So there is ore there, but there is monsters inside. So yeah, there's also fishing spots, so obviously you want to grab some fish. Anything you do drop inside the gauntlet will stay on the floor for the whole thing, so it's good because you can go back and drop your food and then come back out and get some more resources. But I always like to just fish as I'm going around really. This isn't by any way like a maximum efficiency guide, this is just like kind of an idiot's guide to completing the gauntlet. And also another episode of the Ironman. So yeah, I've done a few kills like I said, and I have been really enjoying it. We are gonna be just learning the basics for now, and then we'll move on into the corrupted maybe in the next episode if I master it, but I'm gonna try out the normal regular gauntlet. So we have a woodcutting symbol, so we have our 3 logs, we have our 3 farming items, and now all we are looking for is a mining symbol. After that, that is all your armor made. It's super easy as that. Everybody overcomplicates it. Try and kill a couple of low level monsters. The rats and the bats and the spiders are very, very good, and you will get a weapon frame like that. So once you've got the weapon frame, that will obviously make your bow. You are going to want to make a bow and a staff. You also need to get some crystal shards, but they just come naturally anyway, so yeah, there's some more crystal shards there. And then we will head on back teleporting with the crystal because we have a full invent. So yeah, we'll kill this bat and then we'll teleport over. So we are going to teleport. You only have 10 minutes to do all this, but that is plenty of time. So looking at it from the north, in the southeastern corner you have the water pump, so that is where you're going to make your potion. So I just dropped my herbs there. That's the range, so I'm going to drop all my fish there. And now we want to go and find a mining symbol because we need to quickly mine some ore. And we will also just check these rooms around here. Right, okay, so we need to get ourselves a bow. You will need 2 weapon frames obviously because you're making 2 weapons. So I always like to start out with the bow, and that is our bow made for the fight. Obviously you can upgrade it, and that is what we'll also be showing you in a minute, but first we want to try and maybe kill one of these more. Get some crystal shards, easy enough. Right, so we finally found some ores. These are crystal deposits. Obviously they have a mining symbol, and that once we got 3 of these, that is enough to make the armor that we require. So we'll jump on back and go make our armor quickly. I always tend to check the rooms around while I'm there, like you might find something you want to. After we've made the armor, we're going to look for our second weapon frame, and this is where you want to kill some of the bigger bosses. There's a dragon, and a few other things, because they guarantee the upgrades, because you want to upgrade your weapons. So we're going to go back over to this singing bowl here, and we are going to make one helm, one body, one legs. There's no point upgrading it in the regular Gauntlet, in my opinion. We're also going to get 2 vials, because obviously we need them to put our potions in. So I'm just going to drop them there, and we have our armor. It gives defensive bonus, doesn't give any offensive bonuses, but it does help if you need to tank the boss a little bit. So yeah, just keep your eyes out for fishing spots, because obviously you will be in need. So yeah, they have a bear here, so with the symbols there you can see that it just tells you what to pray, basically. Easy enough. And these, so we have the regular bow now, and these big monsters, the bear and the dragon and stuff, will either drop you a bowstring, a spike, or an orb, and that will upgrade it to a perfected version, basically. So you want to get 2 of those kills really, and then hopefully you can get the orb and the bowstring. I've done a couple kills without it as well, so it's not the end of the world. So you see we got crystal spike. That's not what we're looking for, because I don't use the halberd, but we did get our second weapon frame anyway. So we'll go and find another boss quickly. Right, we found another boss quickly. Obviously it's got a range symbol, tells you what to pray, easy enough. Get this one killed quickly. You can't get the same one twice, so I'll either get the bowstring or the orb now from this one, so that's pretty good. Prayers run a little low. I'm quite confident doing it with 2 prayer pots anyway. So yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Get this one killed. Obviously my range is not hitting anything right now. So yeah, that should be him dead. Lovely. Run out of energy. Right, so we got the bowstring, so that is our bow upgraded, and it also drops you some food as well. So what we're going to do now is we only need 2 weapon frames. We're not going in with all of those. Get some fish quickly, and then we are pretty much ready to go. If you don't find another boss, it's not the end of the world. I will just run through the kill quickly. Like I said, I have showed you all how to do it anyway, so it's really not at the end of the world. Right, so let's head on back. Right, so we are back. We can drop our fish over here. It's really quick to cook those. We will quickly do that. Drop them all. Right, so because we have the upgraded bowstring, we will quickly click on that, and we will click on our bow twice, so it is a perfected bow, and we will also make a crystal staff. And now we're pretty much ready to go. So because we're making 2 potions, use the pestle and mortar twice. Drop the crystal shards, drop all this, because we don't need any of that anymore. Let's pick up our herbs and our vials to make our potions. Fill from the water pump, put the herbs in, and put the dust in, just the same way as you would make a divine potion. Then we're going to pick up all our food, and then you just spam click on the range and cook all of your food. Right, before you enter the boss fight, I'd highly recommend using a plugin called the Hunliff Helper. Basically, once you take the first hit from the Hunliff, it will call out using sounds on what you need to do. So I'm going to end this. So then on to the boss fight, really. And this is the boss. It's pretty straightforward when you know the mechanics. So the boss is always praying magic or range. You have to bear in mind that. He can also disable your prayers. So you do also have to keep an eye on that. And you see those squares on the floor. If they're blue, they won't damage you, but when they turn yellow, that means when you stand on them, they will damage you. Just make sure you keep an eye on your prayers. Obviously this, I'm not no professional, but I mean I learned it in like just over an hour, so it's not too difficult. It can be, because I'm still pretty new to all the bossing side of things. He spawns these little blue portal things that chase you. If they land on top of you, they will damage you. And yeah, so you want to be switching in between your magic and your ranged attacks. Obviously when he is praying, it's relatively straightforward, but there's a lot going on sometimes, especially when you're getting chased by the portals as well. So you've got to keep an eye on 3 or 4 things at once. But with the Hunliff Helper, you'll hear it saying like ranged, and then it says 1, 2, 3 mage, and then after that attack it will use switch magic attacks. So I haven't actually learned it without that yet, but I would highly recommend. I wouldn't even really attempt it if I didn't have that helper helping me. So yeah, you're kind of just running away from the portals, keeping the hits up, Obviously with your upgraded weapons. I only have 88 range and 81 magic, and I still think I hit pretty hard. It's kind of just how efficient you can do it. I mean, sometimes you get lucky, you walk in two rooms and see two dark beasts next to each other in the same rooms. Other times you have to run around chasing them like crazy. So yeah, overall I really enjoy this. Actually, I'm going to get quite a lot of gauntlets done, and then we'll take on the corrupted gauntlet in the future. But I want to get like 20 or so KC, hopefully at least, before I start taking that on. So as it gets later on into the fight, these squares change to orange a lot faster, as you notice, so you do really want to be aware of those. I did post commentate this because you'll just hear clicking all the time, and it's kind of hard to like talk and do it at the same time, so I just thought I'd go over it. Also, don't forget, comment on the video because you will be entered into a bond giveaway as always on the video, guys. But yeah, 45 defense, normal gauntlet. You see I nearly got absolutely ruined at the end. Would have been annoying, but like I said, if you're a normal Ironman, it's really nice to learn because it's not the end of the world if you die. And yeah, you see the final hit now. I ran out of prayer because I'm still a noob, but like I said, I'm not a professional at this. I'm just simply showing you all how I done it. But yeah, that's it. That's the kill completed, and then just rinse and repeat. It's always the same thing, really. Right, so that's pretty much the end of that. Like I said, it's not a professional guide, it's just kind of showing you how I've done it. We've just got our 5th kill. It took me 3 minutes, 11 minutes in total. Open our rewards managed if we got an enhanced seed now. 3 rune halberd, so that's just like, that's 2 sets of loot there, and that's just tons of money, and we're just going to be absolutely rolling in it after a long time. So yeah, hope you did enjoy the video, guys. Don't forget to leave a like and a comment, and yeah, thanks for watching the video.